everyone, welcome back. So today we're doing a quick deck review of the Oracle of the Radiant Sun by Caroline Smith and John Astrop. You can get this on Amazon, or at least I did a couple of years ago. I believe it's still available. I just really love these little Oracle cards, and I'll just read the back here. So the Oracle has 7 suits. Each represents a significant planet as it moves through the astrological zodiac. By shuffling the deck and selecting cards, you will find guidance on any question. This fun-to-use system will shed light on all of your life issues. There's 84 cards. There's a 144-page book. And in my experience with this deck, it's really accurate. It goes deep into whatever you're asking about. It goes pretty deep into your issues. And I use it to supplement my tarot and my Lenormand readings occasionally. And I don't know why I don't use it more. Honestly, it's such a great little deck. So this here, as you can see, is the book. It's quite extensive. And I am not very well versed in astrology. I want to learn it. This book is actually really helping me. So for those of you who want to get your feet wet in astrology, this is a really good way to start. And a very informative book. But I mean, it's obviously you're going to need more than this, but it's a very good way to start. So the cards are small, which is good because I have such small hands. So they're just like, I guess, bridge sized. Here's my Piatnik deck. So you can see it's just a little bit bigger. So they're just, I love the size. I don't like the cardstock. The cardstock is rather flimsy. That's my only complaint. Really, it's not a big problem though. I'm careful with them. I don't riffle shuffle them or anything like that. So now I won't go through all 84 cards. I'll show you just a few, but they remind me of the Grand Jeu Lenormand. I don't actually have that deck, but from the pictures I've seen, it looks like very similar artwork. So how I use these cards is I'll supplement my other card readings with them, or if I just need a quick answer to a pressing question, I will just shuffle. They're really easy to shuffle, overhand shuffle, and I will just choose a card, and 99.9% of the time, it's like answering my question in some way, shape, or form. And usually it's by the title. And if it's not clear to me, I will obviously look it up in the book. Good thing I can talk today. I usually, even if the title makes perfect sense and is answering my question, I still look it up in the book, just because the book is so informative. So basically how it works is whatever card you get, you'll see here the planet. So here's the moon. Well, the moon isn't a planet, but you know what I mean. Here's Venus. Okay. So then so let's just say it was this one, appreciation. So it's the moon and it's house number 5. Oh, you can't see that. The moon and house number 5. So I'm going to take my book, and the moon is actually in the beginning, but there is a table of contents to double check. The moon is after the sun. Who would have thought? And there we go. Number 5, appreciation. So it's the moon in Leo. Security, creative self-expression. And house number 5 is, I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm so embarrassed. House number 5, it tells you about the houses. Okay, here it tells you about the planets. 7 planets. And here it talks about the houses, but here we go. Children, creative matters, love affairs. So this card will have something to do with children, creative matters, and love affairs. So I won't read it all. If it's talking about an event, you guys can't see that, a lavish occasion, theatrical event, children's performance, pride and achievement, short-lived fame, excessively dramatic behavior, family party, or gathering. So that might be answering your question in some way. But if not, it might be something in here. And, you know, even if it doesn't answer the question here, there might be something in the visual imagery as well. Like it all depends on the question. And if you were tuning in properly while you're shuffling, of course, like any other card system. So I'll just go through some of the cards real quick here. So this is not like a fluffy kind of deck. This is a balanced, you know, it's not an angel oracle where everything is positive. There are some negative cards in here. Risk, extremism. This reminds me of the strength card in tarot, which I believe it is. If I check the book, it should be. Inheritance. This one reminds me of the Magician. This has a feel like the cosmic tarot, this particular image. Just a really, really neat deck. And 84 cards. I mean, there's so much in here. There's so much in here. I'll just go over the book real quick here. So yeah, it gives you an explanation of all 84 cards, obviously. It goes a little bit into the planets, the houses, the 12 zodiac signs, and then see, there's different borders and everything around the cards to help you identify the cards better, but I've never actually had a problem identifying. So like this is obviously the sun because it has the arch there. See the arch. Let's see if there's another one. Okay, so this is Venus. Well, you can see it clearly, it's Venus by this, but you can also look at the border and memorize the borders. I've never actually done that. I just look at the signs on the card. So it has just a regular square border. That's Venus. And this one is Saturn, I believe. Yeah. Mercury. So yeah, it has the diagonal halfway through. Mercury. You can also see that it's Mercury. And again, the house number 11, the planet, and the zodiac sign. Okay, so tells you about each of the cards, and it also goes into, like, for example, Mercury. So the overall message of Mercury, and it tells you about that. What Mercury means, the suit of change, and it goes into that. Okay, and then I had one yesterday, it was Jupiter, and it really, really made sense. It really, really answered my question. It was about expansion, and it's the suit of gain. So it talks about Jupiter and gives you occupations, affinities, and goes into each of the cards. And in the end here, it gives you some sample spreads that you can use. If you want to do a yearly spread, just like that. And it gives you a sample reading over here. And the horary reading. You can also do a weekly spread, which is pretty cool. Just really a really cool deck. It's very, very unique. So that's my review of this deck. You know, I could do a flip through of each of the cards, but 84 cards, so I probably won't. If you want me to, let me know and I can make another video. But I highly recommend this deck, Oracle of the Radiant Sun by Carolyn Smith and John Astrop. I do believe that there was an earlier version of this deck, and they recently, in the past couple years, reprinted it. So let me know if you have the old version of this deck. And I will talk to you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.